Hello, hello. Alright. I'm a couple minutes behind. As always, busy day. Alright, just got my layout sketched out. Nobody's in here yet, but anybody watching later on, just sketched my drawing out. We're going to be basically just recreating a model today. Kind of mixed media, mixing acrylic and oil. But before you start doing that, I'm gonna grab a beer. Hello. I'm gonna start laying out paints in just a second. I really need to get a Loom URL. This Google thing is killing me. Hey, hey. Okay. So, went ahead and got my kind of drawing kind of sketched out for me. And then we're gonna go and put that to the side for a sec. Time to bust out my paints. Tonight we're doing oil paint on top of acrylic, which is the only order you can really do it in. You can't do acrylic on oil. It won't really stick. It will kind of flake around. Of course, on the paint tube stuff. There we go. But we're not going to be doing more of a realistic paint tonight. I'm kind of going a little bit weird. We're going to be using basically all very vibrant colors, some neon kind of stuff. Just going to mess around, see how it goes. So pretty much the darkest color we're going to use tonight is a purple. Not going to be messing around with any blacks or anything. Alright. Let's get all these colors in order. Probably won't be using any green. I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. We'll come back to that. This is permanent mauve. Mauve. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But for the most part, purples and stuff will be our shadows. I'm gonna substitute out. That one's not wanting to open. Nothing to risk it. Had too many tubes of paint bust on me the past few weeks. This is a cobalt violet. It's just a little bit pricier. Pretty much the smaller tube I have, the more expensive it is. So don't really bust them out that often. But for you guys, I will. Some cerulean blue. This Viridian, I've only got to use a smidge of it so far since I bought it. Mainly because it's kind of pricey. But I want to mess around with it. So that'll be kind of our green if we delve into that tonight. Let's shake this up. It's going to leak oil everywhere. So I didn't notice until this past week that, because normally I paint with headphones on, but my streaming service thing was telling me that the music was being picked up, but it wasn't until I was painting in silence for a couple of hours and nobody told me. That's a little bit more boring, so stream some music tonight. Oh, that's a sexy orange, cadmium orange. I don't think I've used this one yet. So tonight's kind of a test run. So I'm going to start a new series of paintings soon, based on drag queens. Mainly, I found a really nice photo of Bob from Drag Race. I really like the color scheme in it, so I'm going to probably use that as a basis for a couple paintings. This is Rose Madder. Not quite as vibrant as I was hoping, but we can mix it up. This pink, I love the color of it, but it's a little bit kind of transparent. So you gotta really cake it on for it to really take an effect. Scarlet, don't want to use too much of this. I still gotta use probably a whole tube. I've got another painting I'm working on. In the background, it's basically all scarlet, so it's a pretty big canvas. I gotta cover it with this color. Mix it up. If you're in the chat, you can say hi, or tweet or Instagram me. Don't be afraid. And lastly, cadmium red. Pretty much all the cadmiums always give you a pretty decent popping color. I don't want to kick too much on for anything because I'm kind of just winging this tonight. Don't waste too much paint. And unlike the past couple ones, I won't be like splattering the background. I want to keep it a nice solid, oh gosh, just gonna paint everywhere. Nice solid color. Alright, let's toss some paint stuff here. Move that over. And for some reason, this webcam never wants to stay focused. All right, there we go. Loose. So, like I said, tonight we're doing kind of a mixed media thing. The entire background, I did 3 coats of acrylic. This is light magenta. And you can only, like I said earlier, you can only really go acrylic then oil. If you do it in the other way, the acrylic will dry and flake off right away. Whew. Get out of breath. You start working out more. All right. Let's see if it'll focus. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna slam this and get started. The music is too loud, just let me know. I'm trying to keep it on ambient music so you can still hear. Or hear me rather. To my group. Alright. Hey guys. I finally just got my new phone back today, but I still don't have a SIM card, so I cannot text or message other than pretty much sitting on my Wi-Fi. It's been the longest month of my fucking life. Alright. So, I'm gonna do, I'm sure you can see this, kind of we're doing a model picture tonight. You can kind of see her, she's got kind of a bob cut. I got it kind of sectioned off. I'm gonna mess around with color sections. If anybody could recommend a better camera, I would gladly appreciate it. We good? All right. It's the most frustrating shit ever. Focus. All right. And here we go. As usual, got my paint thinner, or rather, it's odorless mineral spirits, because turpentine and regular paint thinner pretty much get you high as hell. And then my linseed oil with a little bit of the mineral spirits in there just to help drying time. This kind of extends your paint so you're not, when you normally grab it, it's pretty thick. And that kind of thins it out so you can spread it more so it's not just kind of like when you're using acrylic or watercolor. You need something to break it down, help you move it around. Alright, so tonight's going to be kind of more of an abstract deal. Not really going 100%. I mean, try to make it look good, but I'm not going to make it look lifelike. So I want to keep this background nice in the magenta pink, and then we'll kind of do sections of neon bright colors. Maybe the lips and the eyes, I'll probably do more detail, but kind of keep it more blocked off colors on the other sections. So I'll probably start off with the eyes first. I'm going to be painting a lot around them. Need smaller brushes. So this week's about to be probably one of the busiest weeks ever. Not gonna get much painting done besides this, but had 8 clients hire me yesterday. So pretty much I'm sleeping in my studio till probably Sunday. I'll be up to 3 or 4 every night. But totally worth it. Alright. So starting out, just gonna grab some white. Even though, you know, typically when you're looking at eyeballs, they're not just white. You usually get, you know, tinge of yellow or whatever colors are around you. But I'm kind of just starting this out right now. Here we got somebody new. One thing about painting is at first it never really looks good. It's, you know, as you build your steps, then you really start to see the picture unfold. And just laying it out, everything kind of looks flat and boring. But we'll get there. Just gotta build it in layers. Unless you're Bob Ross. But dude, it just takes 2 minutes. Got very vibrant blue eyes. I'll probably keep those the same. So we'll grab some of this. Some of this blue. Now, since I'm not using any browns or blacks tonight, I might have to darken up with purple. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Though supposedly purple is the darkest natural color you can get. For certain shades of purple, rather. So yeah, this morning I put 3 coats of acrylic down. That's what I was doing at 7. It's a good thing acrylic dries pretty damn fast. So I didn't want to put a whole thing of oil down because that's just going to be messy, especially if it wasn't dry. Rest on, like I was doing that scarlet painting I was mentioning earlier when I was doing the colors. Painting a whole canvas with a giant ass brush, and I ended up just, you know, elbow to finger, just bright red. And since it's oil paint, it doesn't really come off, so it was fucked for a while. Had to open a door with my legs. So you guys missed it when I drank your beers. You guys gave us, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that stuff knocked me down pretty good. Our pupils are looking pretty tiny, probably from all the light in the studio. So I'm gonna get a really nice light blue. Kind of going in. want to do too much, but just give your eye some highlight right here. Focus. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. And I probably just need to install the next overhead camera. So add just a little bit of the highlight to her. God, this is the worst. Maybe it's because I'm leaning in and just fucking it all up. Just try not to put my big head in there. So kind of just spread this paint around in her in the color. His eyes aren't, just one straight thing. Usually you get a nice little mix. Actually, add to mess around with it tonight. We'll try a little, like a teeny tiny baby bit of this gradient. Just get a little downstairs mix up. Come on, focus. Oh my god. Just bringing it closer works. Alright, anyway. Jesus. Really sorry about this. So just kind of pushing that blue around, get nice little sections. And of course around the cornea, I want to have a nice little hard edge. Where it's just slightly darker. So I'm going to add a little bit of purple. I'm going to mix both types of purple right there. And maybe just a tidbit of green. This will just be our first run through for the outer eye. Make sure to oil up my brush every now and then. I'm not gonna go too hard in right now because I still wanna worry about eyelashes and all that other crap. But I'll probably make it
Seems a bit darker once we go through here again. Let's put a shape the corneas up. Go ahead and move that light blue around in there so nothing's too harsh. Alright, so now I'll add a quick pupil down for each with a simple purple.
Like I said, that'll be our black for the night.
And probably at the end we'll add the highlights on the eye and some white. Since we're going a little bit more abstract and surreal for this, we won't have to worry about being too realistic. In terms of lighting and the brightness of lights.
So it's simple building blocks right now.
Kind of add in some shadow areas, where we know we're just going to be a little bit darker. Nostril. That's more for the mouth area.
And all the hair right here, Bob, we'll keep it pretty much purple. Probably with some, probably some blue highlight. I don't know. But we'll do that last, pretty much, because I'm just gonna cake it on for that. So, let's see what we're gonna do. Since we're not really
doing it too realistic, we can kind of just mess around. Don't know what colors we want to put where.
So I'll probably keep yellows and oranges for our highlights, purple, blue, and stuff as our shadow, and then red kind of in between. This yellow is super transparent. Oh my god. I can't see as much there, but I was expecting that to be a lot more concentrated. You make this into a drinking game. So, just starting out. Holy shit. Alright. Good. Yeah, it kind of looks like a weird face, but now as you build more and more layers, then it kind of comes to fruition. So I'll keep my some yellow and some white mixed together. It's kind of oranging out since it's so transparent. Gotta keep caking it on. But just kind of where my highlights are gonna be. This is my first time doing full painting this style, at least this much, to where we're mixing both acrylic and oil. So we'll see how this turns out. For a minute. If we end up getting this one done early, I could probably start on another one, or continue working on another one. Who knows? This will stay focused. First one down. So fun project coming up. I just got hired, or we got the contract settled today. Doing a children's style book about Trump versus Santa. So this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna give him the tiniest fucking hands possible. But we're gonna do it in fun cartoon style. Probably should have eaten today. Oh. Okay. So we got the orange, or we got the yellow down. I'm gonna make some oranges up. Just a tad bit of oil. I don't want to stretch it too thin. Kinda. Going on this acrylic, this is all this stuff. It's looking real transparent, not to keep caking on layer after layer. Perhaps this one won't be as quick as I thought. Let's see what we'll do. So I'm gonna have to add a bunch of layers down. We're not going into a lot of detail in that. We'll just kind of wing it. I want to keep that in a different color. Got some real nice deep orange right here. Just want to make sure I paint enough to cover my pencil marks. Alright, so we'll take some of this orange. And then grab some of this cadmium red, I believe it was. So a little bit of the scarlet. So it kind of gives a nice in-between stage. Still kind of pretty orange.
Oh, we got a new person. So I'm just kind of using these red tints as my like medium shadows, keeping it still kind of warm. Because we're gonna have most of the shadow coming on this side, looks like, and then back here. And of course, I want to keep most of the purple focus on her hairline. I'll probably use more blues too for shadows. Or kind of like the in-between. For her lips. Actually, maybe I'll do those to Viridian. Maybe Viridian blue. Since I have so much red going on around, I don't want it to stay focused. Alright, I don't want it to blend in too much with this surrounding skin area. So I'll blend. Just kind of start brushing in some color. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of outline where her eyebrows are basically gonna be. But when we're doing the hair, we'll come in hard and thick. That's what she said. There's some slight shadow areas. Go and mix up some purples, some blue. Roll it on down. And kind of just. Oh shit! I done fucked up. Fuck. Alright. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try to do a quick pass with paint then, so I'm gonna wipe this off real quick. Whoops. Or as Bob would call it, happy little accident. That should be good enough. Yeah. That's one thing I have a bad habit of is kind of leaning my whole arm to where I'm drawing. Got too confident there. Now it smells for sure. Okay, I've got about 6 of these laying around. Just in case. Alright, let's get back into it. So we got my purples, a little bit of blue. It's gonna be a big commitment here. But probably. Alright, we're just gonna outline kind of the back. Or back area, back shoulder. back of her neck. As you can see, when it kind of blends in with the orange, you kind of more of a brown, but we'll come back over and make sure all the layers are fit so everything's more of a vibrant. And especially when we do the hair, it'll kind of all blend together. For now, I'm just kind of blocking out the main color sections. Of course, come back in with more defining strokes after we get everything kind of sectioned off. Kind of just help me remember what color's going where. So I'm going to use kind of a light blue and blue. It's my in-between. The shadows and light. You can see kind of everything coming a little bit more together. Downside to oil paints is cleaning them. More for that. It'll be the perfect medium. Alright, gonna mix kind of this orange and yellow together, a little bit of white. Give me kind of a lighter mix right here. I think it's because I got too many light sources going on here. I've got a couple lights rigged up, which are hot as fuck, by the way. I normally have a fan going when it gets warm in here, but then I won't be able to hear anything because it's here. Alright. But I'll probably gonna be moving somewhere new here at the end of the year, so probably a better setup. Yeah, all these oranges and yellows are real thin. So who else in here right now? So we'll do probably a deep red for that. Probably can't see much from this angle. So as you can see, I'm kind of just making different, swatches per color, so I can just grab as I go. Since we're not doing a full gradient, however you want to pronounce it, for everything. Just kind of. Gotta make sure not to dip my arm again. Probably gonna pour more purples and blue on that side, but I'm gonna kind of get a warmer underbase. Same for the back arm and the neck. So I'm gonna keep the arm up here pretty warm. Oh, I forgot I had pink. Shit. Actually, I'd probably do the lips nice and pink. A little bit purple to this red orange over here. Kind of give it more of a deeper hue. From the shadowy areas. Just sit for a bit. Alright, so we'll grab some more, still have a little bit orange on my brush, but that's okay. So we'll grab a bunch of white and this yellow, kind of all just mix it together. Get a nice highlight. So we'll kind of just pop it over here. This will be where our strongest light's going to be coming in. And Just dabbing it in there. So I have to come in and blend it all soon. Just a little bit over there. Let that brush sit for a bit. Alright, quick bathroom break, BRB. Alright, and I'm back. In a couple weeks, probably like 2 weeks or so, on the weekend I'm gonna try to do, like, let's see, I think I showed this last. I haven't got a lot of time to work on my other paintings, but you can kind of see I've got a couple. I've got one more kind of set up back there. Got 3 set up here in my front room. What I like to do one day is get up early, spend whole day just painting on live stream, at least 12 hours. If I could do a full 24, that'd be awesome. But I need a full weekend where I don't have any other work. So this weekend definitely cannot. All right. So yeah, for typically, if for this kind of style that we're kind of doing, I'm kind of add more right there. You want to use acrylic or take your time when painting with oils. But since we're doing this kind of more for fun, it's more of a speed paint. I'm feeling a little risky. All right, go ahead and add just start adding some pink. Now, like I said, this pink is super transparent or opaque, however you may have it. So at first it's not really going to be visible, at least not against the magenta background. Go ahead and add a couple layers just to make it really stand out. I might have to add this on top. Maybe the hair as a highlight. It might be too thin of a paint to really use for this kind of painting. But that's the fun part of art, just learning, trying new things out. Go ahead and add some pink up here under her eyes. A little bit on the nose. Brush. Go ahead and kind of start working on it's a big lot going with that. Brush a little bit there. Fun to kind of start the basics of the eyelids and eyeshadow. In the photos, you got like a real deep purple, smoky look going on, so we'll kind of emulate that with blues and purples. Add in a thin layer, because I'm going to come back here with purples for sure for eyelashes, and you can see I'm getting paint all over him. Go ahead and start blocking this off as well. Kind of a better idea of where my shadows and everything are going. So just kind of get this nice basic layers laid out, and then I'll come and just blop it all on right near the end. But I won't, kind of like the last few paintings I've done, just kind of palette knife it all over the place. Maybe I'll do it like in here, but not on the edges. I want to keep the edges nice and magenta. I'll grab some more white and blue. Areas around the mouth always look weird at first because you got all these shadows and kind of concave areas. I just start filling them in. Looks better and better. I gotta keep cleaning my brush. So you're gonna keep it kind of warm underneath right here, but still gonna get that blue on top. Instead of just keep cleaning my brush, I'm gonna just add another one to the mix. We'll make this a really, really light yellow. Just a touch of oil. I'm just gonna continue to go over my highlight areas. most of the white off that one. Then I'll probably add just more, kind of some orange in there. Just gonna grab some straight up orange. I'll use this for the nose bridge. Kind of around the highlight and eye area right here. And of course, if you start moving your paints to other colors, you want to make sure you at least wipe them off if you're going to be blocking back and forth. You don't want to be carrying some wet paint to an area you don't really need it. Especially like this, using blue and orange. Don't want to be mixing those up too much. I don't want to be greening out anything. Speaking of green, I can probably go ahead and start adding some Brilliant somewhere. Green on that brush. Right. Oh. Actually, I'll use this blue brush I'm using. I'll get some Brilliant. Don't need a ton. Maybe a little blue, touch of purple in there. Alright, it's kind of globbed up, and I'm just gonna kind of glob it onto sections. Where it's gonna be pretty dark. Where I'm lining it around the eyelashes and stuff. I want to keep that mainly purple, but and add this in there and give a little mix up. Because it was pretty dark. So it's kind of coming together, you can see it. Maybe add a little bit more to the edge right here. Some more Viridian blue. It's a bit dark, but not too dark. I'll add more. purpled all this. So we can keep it bluish, but not too much purple because I'm gonna have purple sitting right next to it, so I don't want it to kind of clash, you know. I'm gonna keep that contrast up. Keep giving the camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and start grabbing my purples. I'm gonna go ahead and do a thin brush for this. Grab a tiny ass bit of red. Get some more. So we're gonna start go ahead and outlining the eyelashes. This is the general area where we're going. And since we're doing everything's so wet tonight, meaning it's so fresh, won't get too into detail. Well, maybe we can find the right brush to do it, but when you're still doing wet on wet, everything kind of snags and pulls. So I don't want it to be like a big colorful mess. So we'll just kind of, probably for the final version, I'll just wait till this dries like a couple days and then come back in and finish the eyelashes up. See, this is why I do the hair last, because I have a bad habit of resting my arm on my paintings. Otherwise, it'd be a big purple mess right about now. I get the basics down. These eyelashes and dark areas are going. Get some more defined eye areas. I have to come back and do this again real quick at the end. A little bit more defined lip area. Kind of just brushing some shadows around so it doesn't look so weird here. Lips can be a little bit tricky. They're very rarely seem straight on, so you want to make sure you get the kind of angle at a weird way, in the way the corners of your mouth meet. Hey, got somebody back. So we'll go ahead and start adding these shadow areas in. Alright, bathroom break. Already caught this thing. Alright, I need to email my landlord here real quick. Just had a homeless dude really messed up. Trying to sell me something in the hallway. That was kind of weird. Trying to sell me a picture of a train. Oh shit! What happened? Am I still streaming? I don't know. It's not letting me chat. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, I still have all the hair and stuff to do. And still more detail. Well, that was just really weird. So I don't know how. Like we have a locked building with code. I'm not sure how this guy got in. Kind of freaked out right now. All right. So yeah, I want to do more details to the lips, and then we'll go ahead and start just splashing paint around. Yeah, the acrylic is light magenta, the stuff. So yeah, you can paint oil on top of acrylic, but you can't paint oil or acrylic on top of oil because the acrylic won't be able to grip to the oil paint. But I just put 3 layers down of acrylic on the canvas after I gessoed it, and then the oil will be able to sit on here and dry. And then after probably a week or so, I can varnish it. I'll probably do a little bit more detail before I varnish. I still have the other two to finish up from the other sessions. I'm still adding more detail and stuff to those. That dude sobered me right up. Alright. Let me catch back up. For the bottom of the nose, probably should use regular. I should clean up my brush. Yeah, I'm gonna. Earlier I was talking about. I'm gonna do. I'm not sure if you watch RuPaul Drag Race. I found a picture of Bob the drag queen using kind of a really vibrant color scheme like this, and I really liked it. So I was talking about doing a whole like series of them based on kind of like that. And then I'm also going to start a new series of angels to where the wings are very vibrant. I have one. I bring it up. This is an older one. Still not. I had never finished it really. So I never really had an idea where to go with it. I kind of just kept adding more and more. So I started using kind of vibrant colors in there. At one point, I just was doing too many in one day and kind of muddied up. But I'm probably gonna repaint it. And just take my time with it. Um, but yeah, the new series of angels I want to do where it's like not completely Jackson Pollocky, but very splattered neon bright paint as wings. So it's you can see the form, but you won't see feathers and stuff. But I need time to do it. I'll probably start doing the stuff I was talking earlier about. I want to spend like a full day just painting a live stream. So as soon as I get my work schedule or my workload kind of cleared up, I'll probably start on that. Probably a couple weeks from now. Because yesterday, or I think it was today's 13th, so a little bit less than 2 weeks ago, one of my biggest clients let me know like I was going to be getting my hours cut working with them because of the financial stuff they're going through. So that's the downside of being freelancing. I could cut at any time, but it wasn't I mean, it sucked, but not a huge deal because I have clients internationally, so it's not I couldn't go broke or anything, but still feel the hit. Uh, and then last night, like 8 people or 8 new clients emailed me, and then I just got one this morning too. So pretty much the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be locked inside my studio. I know I'm already gonna be here till Saturday, Sunday at least. So I had to bring a bunch of clothes with me. Like I think it was at least 60 hours work added on in one night. But it's for a lot of fun projects, so can't complain too much. So I get to do the Trump book, stuff for marijuana company up in Denver, like a Middle Earth type thing, and then like work for another vapor company and some other stuff. A lot of stuff I gotta get ready for or finish for the FDA in time because they've passed new laws. All boring stuff, but pays pretty good. Add a little bit of blue to the eyeball. Just for some color. I need to run back over them anyway. They're kind of thin, paint wise. So who all's in here right now? You only got one chatting. And add some highlights to the lips, kind of give them some depth. Want to mix some, since this pink is so freaking thin, maybe that boosted up some red and white. A little purple with some shadow up on these lips. You always want to make, well, depending on where your light source is coming from, but generally the top lip is darker because you got the direct light coming down on your bottom lip, and then you got a little bit of light coming back up on your top one, but generally your bottom one's going to be much lighter.
Done good.
Alright, probably can't see it much there, but I got a little bit of a. Keep laying my hand into it, I got all the purple. So I'll take some spirits. Just kind of quickly rub it. The oil's still wet. Just wipe it off. And of course, as I'm doing that, I get purple. Maybe I should have just done high painting instead of drunk. Colors just seem a bit too much reddish to me. Probably add more in the neck. But we can go ahead and start filling in the hair. And then get crazy with it. Alright. Gonna wake up my brush. Go ahead and let these sit in the paint thinner while I'm doing this. Just got a nice blob of purple. Nice and vibrant. Go ahead and just start filling all this crap in. And once all this dries, I can go back in and erase any pencil marks. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's because I'm painting over acrylic or if it's just the specific colors I'm using, but they all seem pretty thin tonight. Just have to keep caking it on since I'm not using the darker colors. So I'm just going to keep doing layer to layer. Just a tiny bit of oil. I don't want to stretch it too thin since, you know, one should be pretty thick in these areas. Just want enough time to be able to move it. just kind of, basic blocks of where all that are. Gotta be careful. Definitely blob this more on the end. I want to get more of a kind of hair texture. I'll probably use a fan brush down here at the end for the hairs and stuff. So a little bit more kind of shadow this general area. Add some blue and a little bit of white so I can differentiate between the hairline. Kind of just maybe add a little bit of gradient in there. Not a brush. Alright. Grab some more of this with a smaller brush so I can kind of control it a little better. Focus. Alright. It's the worst camera of all time, I swear. There we go. So just a tinge of a shadow down here on her chin. Kind of shape it out. Kind of gives. Probably give a darker red, maybe slight purple right here. It's looking a little flat. gonna take on a shit ton of this blue and purple up here for the hair. Probably gonna have to wrap this up in a couple minutes. We gotta finish a bunch of work projects tonight. But what I'll do is, if I get a chance this weekend, I'll probably keep streaming, because this will probably take 2 sessions to totally finish. So everything's just so wet, I'm not really gonna be able to get nice, vibrant sections the way I want it. Kind of add some. Don't want to get too textured just yet, but kind of. Basic idea of where my shadows and all that good stuff are going. Yeah, I'll probably call it there good for tonight. But I'll probably finish this up in probably a few days, or give time to rest. Kind of see. I kind of want to do more segmented areas, and right now everything's gonna be a little bit too wet to kind of do the way I want it. I kind of want to fix. I'll show you real quick. That's a little bit better. Anyway, I'll come back and paint over it again. For some reason the chat's messed up. I can only see the sell it at the bottom. Yeah, once I get everything, get them all fixed up and stuff, I'm gonna probably start selling all these that I do. I'm just really picky about what I consider finish, and I see the other ones that we did a couple weeks ago, like the angel and the first one. I still want to add more, a little bit of detail in the hair and the halos and stuff like that. For this one, I definitely want to add, for the hair, I'm gonna have to add layer and layer to make sure it's as dark as I want it. Let's see, definitely around the neck area. I don't want to keep blending; it's gonna green out. But I kind of want to just let this sit for a bit, dry it out, and then add more layers on top of it. Maybe give it some nice texture. But I want to keep this background nice and flat. So anyway, thanks everybody tuning in tonight. If I get a chance, I'll actually probably try to do one next week. I guess just keep track on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. And I'll try to get more paintings going, and keep everybody updated on. I'm gonna try to. I want to do at least 12 hours of painting nonstop. If I can do 24 hours, I think that'll be a fun weekend once I get my workload, kind of figured out here. So. Alright, well, thanks to everybody tuning in tonight, and I'll keep you updated next time we get drunk and get creative. Alright, peace out.